With every battle you win, you become more and more of an enemy of that nation. This also gives you a chance to move up in the ranks of the nation that you're currently working under. You get ranks from the governor and eventually get introduced to the governor's daughter. This enters another gameplay aspect, dancing. Let me be the first to say I hate dancing. I don't like it in real life because I suck at it, and the same applies here. Okay, the dancing is usually done in 3-4 times or 4-4 times, and on the easier difficulties, it isn't so bad because the game tells you what to push and when. But on the harder difficulties, you have to watch your hands, and to be honest, it isn't all that hard once you learn it, but it gets hard in the rush of things and you can fuck up a lot. When you do well, her heart meter goes up, but if you do shit, her heart meter goes down. Depending on how good you do differs from the end scene. The reward is usually she grows more attached to you, to whom she'll give you gifts, information, or missions to do. If you get attracted to her enough, she will eventually marry you. So let's see how good I do. Ah, fuck. Come on. No. Come on, dance. Do something. No, fuck. No. Come on. I'm not really this bad in real life, but fuck. Ah, damn it. Fuck me. Hey, look, I can make it up to you by giving you necklaces or... Ah, bitch! No one humiliates Disturbias Fanboius. Well, I guess there's only one real way to deal with this situation. Raise the bitch's city to the ground. Yeah! Okay, so after pissing them off for a while, now I'm gonna attack the city. This engages us into the last action portion of the game, land battles. It sets up on a grid format, and both groups have random generated units, and both take turns moving their units and attacking. Different units have different attacks, like your pirates are your base physical attacker, buccaneers, which are your range attack, and officers, which are a stronger physical group. Morale comes into play as well with how long it takes before the group panics and runs, and how well they will perform in a fight. Over time, the select group will lose morale when losing units. If you have height, it helps boost your attack or defense, as well as the trees give you 50% more cover from ranged attacks. Also, you can perform flank attacks if you position your troops properly, which can be very helpful upon taking an enemy group down quicker so your group won't lose units. The strategy is not too hard nor too easy, due to you don't know what unit types you will get and what unit types they have, and sometimes you won't know where they are right away. Also, when you win a land battle, usually they surrender for a huge amount of gold, and then you can appoint a new governor of a different nation if you want. Also, throughout your adventures, you can get upgrades, special items, and specialists that can do many things. Most of the upgrades help your ships with longer range, faster sailing, stronger ships, etc, etc. Certain items help in different areas of the game. There are books that can give you more locations of settlements, shirts that make you faster in duels, and armor that can protect you on a certain occasion, and artifacts that give you increased standings with neutral settlements. There's many more and do various things. Specialists mainly affect your crew and certain things of your ship. Most have to do with either making it so the crew's morale stays high, or making them less prone to desert when landing at ports. Morale is a huge part of the game. Most of the action aspects depend on the morale of your units. To be honest, it's not that hard to keep your morale up. All you have to do is start attacking enemy ships, make sure you get a lot of gold, make sure there's a proper amount of food. To be honest, that's the only thing that actually slows me down in the harder difficulties of the game, is it's really hard to keep your crew high, especially if you don't have the specialist. Keeping the morale high is what you want. Having the crew at high morale only benefits you. If the morale goes too low, the crew can become mutinous and then start to take your other ships and leave, which can really suck. Also in town, you can divide the plunder. This is usually when you get a lot of money and you have a lot of goods and you have yourself basically established. The crew gets a little annoyed and they usually want to divide up the money. The game will tell you that. How much you actually get in the end depends on what difficulty you're at. If you are an apprentice captain, you only get 5% of the gold. But if you're a swashbuckler, you'll get 50% of the gold that you've collected, which is actually pretty good. Also, with dividing the plunder is a chance for you to either go up in difficulty or stay on the difficulty or retire altogether, which is just basically you ending the game. Overall, this is a very entertaining game. This kept my attention for many hours. The replayability is actually quite there, not many times, mainly choosing your different skill and the different years to play around in. There's many aspects of the game that I didn't really get into too much. I'd rather you go explore this game for yourself. Sid Meier's Pirates is a really fun game. I recommend it to you if you can find it and pick it up. If there was anything I'd really want to see in this game, it'd be probably two things. One, multiplayer. Okay, yes, sure, Xbox had a multiplayer, but I'd rather see a PC multiplayer where it's mainly the actual game, but then multiple people are allowed to play it. That would actually bring a lot of fun to this game. Also, one other thing that I didn't really like is that you couldn't have multiple ships in sea battles. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't be such a big problem. You have it in, and then basically you can change through the ships with like some shift select button. I think it wouldn't have been too hard, and it would have been a really nice feature. But the game still proves very good without it. Well, that's all for me today. I'm off to destroy more towns of bitches that rejected me. Till then, see you later.